Welcome to World Harps. I'm Neptune, and today I've got some Galician Trompas. A trompa from Galicia is a region in the northern part of Spain, right up north of Portugal. So I have two from a previous stock. I'm going to demo these for you, and then I'm going to get straight into the unboxing here of 10 Galician Trompas by Master Che. And there's a backstory, but I'll get to that in a minute. So, these are let's see, we got some people online. Well, Atiantan's here. Hello, good evening. So, there we go. A little demo while people join in. This is Galician Trompa by, it's called also Trompa Galega. Galega means Galician in local dialect. So this by Master Che is in A, and this is and the other one that I have from my last trip, which now I get going on the story here, 2015. I went to Spain with my mother on a trip for like 10 days. We went to a hot spring in Galicia. My mother had heard about a hot spring. My mother loves to soak in hot springs, and I had heard that there was a mouth harp maker in northern part of Spain. So collectively, we had a very good teamwork of a place that we wanted to go for two very different reasons. Well, we rented a car from Madrid with some crazy deal that we got for like $2 a day. It was pretty awesome, and they upgraded us to an SUV for an extra $1 a day. So that was really just a side note. Where do you ever find a $3 a day car for an SUV? But so we went up to the northern part of Spain. This is the area where the pilgrimage, the Santiago de Compostela, the Saint Jacques de Compostela, and people walk on El Camino for weeks to get to this particular pilgrimage site. So it's in this region, and I didn't go walking on the pilgrimage trail at all, but I did stop to meet Master Che for one afternoon. I left my mom behind, and I took off in the rental car, and I got to see his workshop. He is a master not only of trompas, but he is also a maker of flutes and bagpipes. The bagpipes are called gaita galega. And also overtone flutes, which hold the frame. I have one. I'm going to actually bring it out so that I can show it to you in a bit. And I'm holding the frame here with my harp, so you know that I'm still here. Bingo. All right. So I'm getting this out in the meantime so that I don't forget, actually, to show you what an overtone flute sounds like, made by Master Che. I keep it well packed up for when I go places in the monsoon in India. And here we go. This is made of aluminum. Now, back to the mouth harps. A little demo for everyone else who's just recently joined. Hello, hello. Very well. So I went, as I was saying, in 2015 to find the Master Che in his workshop. And this gentleman, very sweet. I didn't get to see him forge any mouth harp at the time because there simply wasn't enough time. I was only visiting for the afternoon. But I got to see the workshop. I got to see all these other instruments that he makes. There was another person there who was able to communicate a little bit and try help to translate, because I could speak a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to really fully understand everything that was being said. And I had a great time. Now, that was a long time ago. That's 10 years. I got 5 or 6 pieces. These, I kept one for myself, and these are the last 2, right here. Okay, this one is in steel, and this one is in stainless steel. It's the only piece that I have in stainless steel, the one that I was just playing. And the one I was just playing is in the key of G. Now, the story gets also interesting because I was thinking that it's time to get some more. A couple years ago, I was in the US and I hadn't even shown these to anybody yet. I had never put them out online, I had never sold any. And I was in the US, made a post, and sold the 2 or 3 pieces that I had there. And then I thought, maybe I should really get some more. So I contacted him, I said, could you make me some more? When could I get them from you? And of course, I'm based in India, so shipping from Spain to India, who knows what can get lost in the mail. And I said, listen, I have a friend in France, in southern France, in the Basque country, and it's quite close. And it turns out that Master Che was going to France. And I said, perfect, could you bring some and deliver them to my friend? And he'll hold on to them and get them. I'll pick them up in France next time I come through, or if by chance he comes to India. And he agreed. So 1 year ago, these 10 trompas were ready. They got handed over to my friend who used to come to visit me in India every year. His name is Simon Lahalde, for some of my friends who do know Simon. And he, for the first time in 10 years, came to India with his wife and 2 children, which he didn't have way back when we were youngsters. And he brought the box to me. So it's taken me some time to get around to it, but let's just get started. Trusty Opina, Harmlinson, if you're watching, I got this one out for you. And in this box, there are they're tuned trompas. They are tuned starting from the key of D2 all the way up to C3. There's 1 of each key and 3 extras, duplicates of those keys. And there's also 1 in here, you see? He said 10 trompas plus 1 trompa. So there's 1 in here that he included as a gift. And we'll get to listen to that one too. That's mine. I'm not selling it. It'll be for me. But here we go. Let's give you a little look inside here. Oh, there they go. So these cases, let's see. They're different. This is a swing case, latches like this, and these are open, tied together with this string here. Let's get going. So this is a D2, and I might note already that I had one person who was very interested and already ordered the D. So if anybody's watching and wants this one, it's already spoken for. It's already ready to go. After this unboxing here, I'm going to be dropping it and shipping it off. So stay tuned for that in the stories coming up soon. Just take a look closer. Let's see here. There's the key stamped on it. It says D. It says Che. Maker has an actual stamp. When I met him in 2015, he autographed using a buzzing machine. He sat there and he cursive signed his name into the back of the harp. Actually, let me see if one of these still has. Well, there we go. So the stainless steel one from 2015 has the stamp, but this one actually has Che written into it. He just signed it right in. There we go. So that's the A. So let's get started on the D2 trompa. Oh, whoa, that's deep. I'm used to these being in the A. I have an A sharp for myself that I play, and oh, it's soft. What's next? Let's see if I can pull them out in order. Oh, there it is. That's the E. The E2. What a cool little winding system here. There we go. Look at this one. It's slightly lopsided. There's a little bigger on the side, a little bit smaller on that side. There we go. Can you see it well? Oh, in the background there. All right. So these trompas are very melodic. I would describe this as, there's a bit of a timbre in there. It's a bit of it's not like a super refined, pristine sound, but they're extremely melodic to play. The harmonics are a little bit wider in range. There's several different frequencies that are melded in together with each other. Let's jump straight to the next one. What was that? E. F. I see some people I know here. Hello, hello. Pablo, Ritik, and Wilfred. I haven't seen you online in a little while. If you're online, drop me a comment and give me a shout. Tell me you're here, because I can see some notifications down there, but when you comment, it actually pops up. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so this is F2. Oh, that's a pleasant one. All right, who else we got here? Oh, Miss Dushi's online. Hello, hello. All right, initial let's get started energy a little bit to the side. Let me just calm down for a second. These unboxings are actually a pretty rare opportunity for me because I don't do them very often, but an opportunity for me to just kind of talk my mouth off and play your ears off. So if you have any questions about the mouth harps that I'm playing, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know, and I'm here. So I'm gonna be going through these one by one, just so you get a little feel of what all is in this box here. For everyone who just tuned in, these are trompas from the region of Galicia, which is in northern Spain. I presume I might even pronounce it Galicia. I'm not sure what exact regional accent I should be saying for Galicia. But in Galicia, they call them galega. So this would be a trompa galega, which means a Galician trompa or Galician mouth harp. We had just played the F and pulling out G. Let me tell you a little bit about the construction of these, because that's something that I find to be one of the most interesting things here. These are very rare. It was very rare to come across one. It was very surprising for me to actually find the maker. I had no idea for many years that there was any maker in. I have somebody confirming. So it's a Galicia with sort of a little bit of a TH. If that's the way, then drop me another comment, because then I'll know that which way you're telling me about. Thank you, Paula, for this very well pronounced. Nice. That feels good. So this is G. And I was saying that I had no idea that there was a Spanish maker. And it was a huge surprise for me to find this house. So of course, naturally, when I found this out, my mom was asking me if I wanted to go to explore a hot spring in the northern part of Spain. I was like, well, in that case, I'm in. And these remind me, I mean, the construction of these is similar to several other kinds of mouth harps in the world, or let's say a couple other kinds of mouth harps, but they're very unique. The most noticeable trait here is that they're sharp on the edges. The very distinct, crisp sides, a very square taper that happens here. And I find that to be really cool. Aside from that, it's definitely forged, hammered, and then ground in the shiny areas here. And that's why you get this sort of two-tone coloring. Got the dark area that's come straight out of fire, and the highly polished steel on the sides. Now, if you look at the back here, let me get a little bit closer to the camera. If you look at the back, there's a wedge in there. And that wedge, and I've got another camera over here for YouTube, so I'm off the frame here. Let me look over this. See that? That's wedged into the back. That I have seen these. This is very typical of the Norwegian munnharpes, the mouth harps from Norway, wherein the tongue is inserted into a hole in the frame and stuck in there, held together tightly with a wedge. This hole in the back is also similar to the Sicilian marenzano, and the marenzano has a hole, but instead of putting a wedge in the back of the marenzanos, the Sicilians then basically hammer this down and crimp it, press it, not as crimps that go down from the sides like many other heteroglottic mouth harps have, but from the hole. Another maker who's used this technique is the Ukrainian master Dirnavoy. And I watched Dirnavoy do the same procedure. His munnharpas that he makes, but even before he started making specifically a replica of a munnharpa, he was also, and I visited him in 2013. I visited Dirnavoy in Ukraine. Beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful experience there. And I've seen that there. So it's a rather rare setup. And it really also means that if by chance the tongue ever breaks, well then it's exceptionally easy to be able to replace it. Fashion a new tongue for this particular instrument, insert it, wedge it back into place, and good to go. So I'm going to jump back into playing here. This is the G2. Closer look at this one, the G Trompa. They're just truly gorgeous, actually. Now, I just made a little bit of a boo-boo here in the sense that I took these out of the cases without remembering which one came from what. So let me see if I can quickly match them back. I think that was the G. I got to keep them right on top of each other. This one could be the E. Let me show you the case, by the way. Look at how it's carved. right there, slotted, ready for that tongue to fit right in. Trigger in the hole, drop down inside, and I think that's for this one. Okay, let's double check. I'm just going to keep them stacked on top of each of them, on top of each of the cases. I mean, because if I don't, it'll get a little confusing at the end. And one last one here. I think that one's a little bit short. Oh. Seems about right to me. Okay, I got them all. So that's the D, the E. I'll put them on the edge of the table here. D, E, F, G. And let's find the A. And A. Look, some of them are plain, and some of them bear Che's logo. And the same logo of, it looks like a stag, is also on these older models here. And also on this one. If you can see it quite well. But this one, interestingly, appears to be printed on the back side. The logo, I mean the maker's mark, our signature. Yeah, it's now this one, all of these are printed on the back, and this one happens to be printed, or stamped rather, on the front. So when it's on the ground or on the table, it's facing up. And with these, or when they're in the case, it's facing up. So let's go into A. There we are. So everyone who just tuned in, I am unboxing a 10 Trompas mouth harps from Galicia, a region in the northern Spain, north of Portugal. These are very solidly constructed steel mouth harps that are very melodic and very powerful to play, actually. That's the C, so let's save that aside. What were we on? We were on A. And that'll be the B. Look at the wrapping here before I unwrap it. Actually, it's quite nice. Quite nice how it's done in an X like that. I'll unwrap this one slowly. Let's see, where's the end of it? So it's a criss, it's a cross, it's a criss, it's a cross, and properly unwrapped. So there's the B. Maybe my hand in front. Oh, I love that gleam. Don't you love that gleam? Mouth harp photography and videography is so interesting to me because I can really catch the angles if I get it just right. And by the way, I am going to be releasing a video of these, so check back on the World Harps profile very soon, and I am going to have a lot of fun promoting these this week as the World Harps Mouth Harp of the Week. So if you're interested in one of these, just shoot me a DM, tell me which key you'd like, and I'll let you know all about them, how I can get them to you. These are very premium harps, they're very rare, and let me give you a little demo on the B2. D2, Trompa by Master Che. Back on its case so I don't get it all mixed up. And the last one in the diatonic scale from D2 to C3 will be the C3. There, this one is. Wow, that's sharp. Listen to those overtones. Take the tongue off of the tip of the tongue off the roof of my mouth and go na 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 like that. You can really hear it really crisp and clear. Now look at, I'll just compare with the D, which is super low. And then back to the C. Nearly 20 years ago, I was at Burning Man, and I was playing mouth harp morsing, South Indian morsing, in the night, just walking and playing, and this guy came out of the darkness and ran up to me super close, and he was like, almost in my face, he's like, wow, that's a 303, man, that's crazy, that's a 303, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? I had never... First of all, I thought he was tripping completely, but turns out he was not, and he was super, super, super excited because he was into analog synthesizers. And I think every time I think of analog synthesizers, I think of a friend, Emanuele in Berlin, who's got a huge collection of analog synthesizers in his basement. And I've learned a little bit more about these, and sure enough, he's showed me what a 303. Apparently, a 303 is one of the original synthesizers, and it has particular frequency that creates a sound very, very similar to the sound that I can do with my tongue on the roof of my mouth, like this. Especially when I'm double stroking. Let's see if I can play this one on double. Let me try one a little bit lower. Let's go down to the B, perhaps. Have a little fun with this for a second. That could do it, okay? Here, I'm just plucking, no tongue. I mean, you just run through the same technique and all the way down the scale here. That'll be fun. I'm gonna start over from the top because without talking. Ready? I'm gonna go high down to low. Ready? A little hard to get them in and out of the cases, but yeah. You notice how actually the higher the harp is, the easier it seems to be to do that particular technique. Well, that sounds great. What is that? That is the F. Oh, that's trippy. going all the way down, this is the E. More adapted to a slower playing, this one. More melodic. And the D. All right, that was fun. Let's see. Anybody have any questions about these trompas here? I have a few more in the box that I'm going to pull out, but if you've got something to ask, drop me a message. Hello, Adarsh. How are you? And let's see. Oh, I got a new follower. Hello, Coco Kai. It's kind of fun when new people drop in. Hello. Wait. That's the extra one. Let me show you. So, these are the three doubles, apparently. And we have E, G, and C. So, in this set here, I have one of every key from D2 to C3, but I also have an extra one of E, G, and C. So, just in case these, I mean, they will be, because every mouth harp is unique in essentially. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play these as well, so you can truly hear what they sound like. That's nice. Let's compare the two E's here. The E I played first is right here, nice and shiny. So the next E has a bit more of the forging black darkness there. So this has been ground off all the way and cleaned up, and I actually personally really enjoy this look here of half immaculate and mostly immaculate and partly showing the original traits of the forging process. So E2. And let's compare both. You may not hear it over the audio here, but every mouth harp, same hands, same maker, same key, same design, always has a little something different, something unique. Because, as I like to say so frequently, every single mouth harp has a unique character. It's a handmade musical instrument, and the exact process of this one the maker might be so skilled that he does everything as per the micromillimeter and to the exact number of filing strokes or whatever it may be, but really there's always going to be some feeling, something different, and it's a real pleasure. Sometimes you can realize it right away, sometimes you just can't tell the difference. But if you've been playing for as long as I have 20 plus years, I can tell the difference. And I'm really excited when other people also can feel that difference. Durambetherium, hello. And people says the F one sounds very good. Yes, the F, by the way, sounded amazing in this like psytrance, groove. I just wanted to keep going. But where are we on? We're on the E. So I'm going to play the E, a second E that I just got out here. These are truly beautiful pieces. I'm very fortunate to get these, and for everyone who missed the beginning, I was saying that I'll tell a little story about how I got to Galicia for the first time in 2015. I went to meet Master Che, the maker of these instruments. I got like 5 or 6 of them. I kept one for myself. I sold 2 or 3 more, and these 2 are the last ones that I have left. And a year ago, I got in touch with Che again, and I said, listen, whenever possible, I would love to order some more. And he was going to France a couple months later, and I said, listen, because I don't want you to just send them to me in India, they could get lost in the mail. I want to either deliver them safely to the hands of somebody, either myself if I come there or a trusted friend. And so I asked him to deliver to a friend of mine in France who got them, and that friend recently came to India after 10 years of not coming to India, and he brought the box to me. So 1 year ago, these harps were delivered to my friend, and here they are today, entering the World Harps Collection through this live video, and I get to show you each and every one that's here. So we did the E. Let's go ahead and try the second G, because I want to make sure that you hear every single one that's in the box here while I'm at it. This is your chance. I will be posting this live video so that you can come back to it and watch it for reference. And I think at the end, I'm also going to go through and just play every one after the other, so that you can really have a clear comparison of all the different kinds. If you do decide that you wish to order one of these from the World Harps Collection, just go to the end of the video and play them all. Listen to them all as I play them all one after the other. Okay, so that's the second G. So they've got quite a punch. They can go super, super soft, super gentle. Or they go a little attack of your breath in there. The trompas are also, in their refinement, they're very keen and attuned towards the melodic playing. Thank you. I got a comment here right from Dorobotherum. You finger pluck super fast. Interruption of my story to just respond to that and say, when I first started playing the mouth harp, I first tried one when I was 12 or 13, but I was in 2003. I was 19 years old, and I just solidly got back into the mouth harp. And I got one from South India, from Tamil Nadu, the Morsing, the one that I described earlier, that I around the same time went to Burning Man and started playing this, and this guy was telling me 303. The thing about the Morsings is they're great for double plucking, and as it turned out, I just recently read that when the wedge here is fitted in order to hold the tongue into place, apparently it makes them a really good harp for double stroking or double plucking. I haven't really tried this out. This is the first time that I really went back and forth, and I typically play these only melodically. That's how I like to play these. But why did I say this? Yes. So when I started learning how to play the mouth harp, and I taught myself completely on my own, I just kept exploring and exploring and exploring. I had 2 things that I kept working on, that I was always striving for. One was to continually, perpetually, always try to find and discover sounds that I had never produced before. And that still goes on to this day. Sometimes, out of the blue, I come across something, some little movement inside my mouth or some way to play a certain harp. I'm like, whoa, I've never done that before. And that's exhilarating, because I've really, I've explored the mouth harp very, very thoroughly. But to find something new, it's just a treat. The second thing is to play as fast as humanly possible. So plucking with the finger in both directions, very gently, very hard, all together at the same time, and to be able to really, Now this one's a little bit soft, a little bit low. I can maybe jump into... actually, you know what? The next one is the other C, so I'll try to play that one super fast for you. Where was I? We're on G. I was telling a story until I started talking about double plucking. I forget what that was. Anyways, maybe I'll come back to it. any of you know what I was talking about a minute ago, drop me a comment and I will get back into that story and finish it for you. All right, so that is the second G2, and let's go for the last C3 and see how that sounds. So this one is a little bit slimmer in design than the other C. Right, this is very square edges, these contours over here, very sharp contours, and this one's a little bit more slim in character, a little bit slightly rounded. It's actually quite lovely. Wow. Now, a little bit of a wipe here. Yes. Oh, let's hear them together. I think there's a little bit of grease stuck in this one. Where's my tissues? Somewhere. Hi, here we go. A little tissue. A little bit of oil stuck in this one. Give it a clean. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay. So the sustain on this one is a little bit shorter than there, but let's see how it goes for the attack mode. Wow. Hold on. Okay, so comparative analysis to the two different C3 Trompas that I have here, and it's a great example of what I was just saying a little while ago, that two mouth harps might be the same key, but they have a different character. So the pitch is, of course, the same, right? But this one has a longer sustain. It's more adept to playing melodically. Or in that 303. But if I double pluck on this one, it's a little bit weak. On the other hand, if I tried to play this one with a longer sustain, it's a bit short. But listen to that. It's crisp. It's actually better designed for fast percussive playing than the other one, its counterpart, in the exact same tone. So. Okay, let me take a different BPM. Ready? So loud. Oh, I love this. All right. Can you understand what can you hear what I'm describing here? I'm just totally geeking out right here over these two mouth harps that are almost the same but entirely different. Really, seriously, drop me a comment right now just to tell me that you understand what this is all about, because I think that's really cool. I'm gonna move on, and after that, I'm gonna get a little sip of water here. So we've come to the totality of the 10 pieces that I've just unboxed here. But I have two, as I mentioned, from my first visit to meet Master Che in 2015. So this one is an A, and let's go here and look at the A that we got today. That's the new one, up in the white, and here's the older one. So really, the design, very, very similar. The older one's a little bit broader in the arms here, in the embouchure of the decks. And And comparing that to the other A. The older 2015 model is a little bit more attack, a little louder in sound, more robust, and the new one, 2024, now 2025, is a little bit more subtle, more gentle, and more melodic. Both in the key of A2. Fantastic. So these actually come in the older design of case, or at least this particular batch he had made, what I call a swing case. And it drops right in there and goes clack. That's it. And the new ones have this open-faced case that locks right in there, and then this string winds around with a little crisscross technique, which I'll show you at the end of this video. So, the last one from last year, and then I've got the surprise mystery one in the box that was included as a gift from me, which I won't be selling, but I will be playing. This one is the only one of all that is in stainless steel. And it's actually a gorgeous piece, because it just has that extra luminosity from the tone of the stainless steel. And coupled with the fact that it won't rust, it's got a little bit of solder right here to weigh it down for tuning. I don't see that in any of the other ones, but this one has a very rounded feeling to it. These are crisper, sharper, more tinny. The frequencies are like a wider range, kind of all put together, and this one has very pronounced frequencies all in one place here. This is in the key of G2. And let's see if it does good on double. Oh, fantastic. This the circle of the trigger, the loop rather. This one's a little bit broader than the others. All right, now, shall we see the mystery one? The mystery one, he told me he would send a gift, is this. That's interesting. Let's show this one camera. Got the YouTube camera on the side here. And let me have a look at it. Okay, so this one's held together with screws, star-shaped screws, and the case is a little bit carved out on the inside. Let's get it out here. You see how this crisscross technique? Look at that. There's a knob of brass. And what is it? This is an F. So the top is, wow, this is unlike any of the others. Here's the one that we've been looking at already. And this one is entirely different. I must ask him the history or the story of this particular piece. Is it an older one, perhaps? An earlier model? Is it a newer model? I don't know, but it's got a flat top here. Let me show you from the top side. There's a flat top. Oh, there, you can see it. Yeah, it's got a cutout on the inside. 2 bevels and a proper cutout. There we go. That I think you can see. Yeah, I got that? Sweet. And this camera, I don't know if you can see that, but, well, that's very interesting. Seems a little bit soft, and I have a good sustain on this one, I feel. Ooh la loo. Ooh la loo. If you're envious of this particular mouth harp while I'm playing it, you may go ahead and let me know, because let's see. Well, I guess I have a new one in my personal collection. Galician Trompa by Master Che. Thank you. In the key of F. So, for everyone who is here and did not see the beginning and did not listen to every single one on the table, I'm going to conclude this live video today with a brief little demo of every single mouth harp that's here right now. I'm even going to go ahead and play the doubles. Okay, so I'm going to line up right now the E in front of the E. I'm going to line up the G in front of the G and the C in front of the C. Now the older ones are also G. Oh, okay, that's also here. I'm going to make a little arrangement here. And what is this one? This was an A. So the A, I'm also going to play here. Okay, so this will be a little summary, minimal talking, just sounds. And if you want to come back to the end of this video, down at the bottom is really tricky, but you can actually scroll all the way forward tomorrow or anytime you come back. And if you want to listen to every single one without going through the entire live stream, then this is where you'll find it at the end of the video. And I might even actually flip it into a separate one. Let's see. So, a little bit of preparation here. A little bit of wet the palette. And I just remembered that I promised I would play my overtone flute. This is an overtone flute made by Master Che himself, who is not only a trompa maker, but a maker of flutes and bagpipes, the gaita galega, the Galician bagpipe, and overtone flutes. I must mention that I also managed to order from him, because I love this one so much, 20 more overtone flutes of this kind. Some are in aluminum silver like this, some are black. My friend couldn't bring these from France, so they are still with him, waiting for another trip where I get to Europe or someone comes to visit me and can bring these to me, and then I'll be able to have these. I do, by the way, have a couple more overtone flutes from Hungary. This is called the Tilinko. It's, I believe, I've heard that it's made from blackberry wood. I might give this one a little bit of a whirl too, but if you are interested in overtone flutes, do give me a shout, because whenever these get into my hands, then I can also let you know whenever that will be. And if you're interested in one of these, then that's just by the way. For everyone who doesn't know and just stumbled across this page, this is World Harps, mouth harps from around the world. My name is Neptune Chaputin, and I basically travel around the world collecting mouth harps directly from mouth harp makers, searching far and wide on where to encounter them across the globe. That's something that I absolutely love to do. And these right here are the fruits of my travels. So a little overtone flute. That little demo. And here, this is the Tilinko from Hungary. This is played on the end like this. Super fun instrument to play. Dorombotherium says you built one out of PVC. Yes, apparently they're actually quite simple to make. The tricky bit is of course the embouchure, the whistle at the end to get it just right. There's no holes. It depends on the intensity of the breath. The harder you blow, the higher the pitch. The slower you blow, the lower the pitch. And the hand or the finger on the end helps to control the back pressure, which enables you to cycle through the scale, the overtone scale, the notes and half notes. It's a fascinating instrument. I don't quite understand myself exactly how it works, but it's really cool. Anyways, I love traveling around the world with this one. It's like, aside from mouth harps, this and a thumb piano, a kalimba, are the only other instruments that I like to travel with. So let's get down into the closing finale of this little live performance video here, live at World Harps, and I will go ahead and start from the key of D. It's the first one. And a little recap, because I might cut this. Here we go. These are Galician Trompas, made by Master Che from the northern part of Spain. These are very premium, beautifully forged steel mouth harps with a wedge in the frame that holds the tongue into place. A very unique design. Very, very few places in the world have such a design. And this one is quite recognizable with a flat, very sharp, curved edges here. So this is the D2 Trompa by Master Che. Next, we're gonna go into the E2. Followed by the F. Hold on, I'm squeezing a little bit too hard. I'll try that once again. That's better. Following that is the G. I'm going straight up the octave here. And boom. Then we've got the A. Followed by the B2. And the final note in this octave, the C3. These are the Trompas by Master Che from northern Spain, from the region of Galicia. There are a few doubles. I'm going to run through those too. We've got the E, the G, the stainless steel G, that one's very bright in character. Then we've got the A, A2. This is the older one that also comes in this swing case. And lastly, the second C3. And finally, my gift from Master Che that came in this package in the key of F. There you go. That's the unboxing of the new stock that's just landing in the World Harps Collection. I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping these up. I'll stay live for a moment here so I can show you how this is done, because I know that some of you are gonna be quite interested to see this. And for that, I'm gonna also get my little petroleum jelly here, which I use to make sure that everything's well oiled. Take a moment here to just keep things oiled as I'm putting them back. And I'll show you how I wind this up right here. So, there's the case, there's Trompa, that drops right in, perfect. And then, let's see, I go 1, 2, 3 times around, and then I cross down, I go underneath the harp itself, around, up the other side, makes a perfect cross, and then again, around, back up the other side, nice cross, around the back, again, and let's see, we'll just keep going like that, keep wrapping, that looks about good, and then tuck the end in there, and that's it. So simple, so secure. That's the type of case that Master Che has included for this particular batch of trompas. Open-faced, you can truly see the beauty of the harp while it's at it. The older ones come with the swing case. This is the stainless steel G, and that drops right in. I don't even need to put grease on that one. Voila, I'm done. So, this would be the perfect opportunity if you have any questions about the harps that I've been demonstrating here. Go ahead and shoot me a message down below or a comment. And actually, if you'd like to order one of these, just send a message to me. I'll address the messages in the order received. If anybody has any request for a particular key, let me know that you're interested. I'll let you know how much they are. Tell me where you are in the world, and I'll tell you how much shipping costs from me to you. And I'll get you started that way. But ask me about Galicia, ask me about the character, whatever else that you might. I'm just gonna calmly wind these up here and keep an eye on the comments. So, winding this up, I did 3 or 4 turns, and maybe I did an extra turn too much. Let's see, 1 less turn on this one, and kind of ingenious. It's a little more time consuming, than just slapping it in a case, but there's something really nice to be said about having a case that shows the beauty of the harp while it's actually in the case. And look, so some of them have the logo of Master Che, this stag, it looks like a stag burnt into the back here. Wrapping up another one. 1, 2, 3, and over, cross, around the back, cross in the front, behind, around, and I didn't put a little bit of grease on this one. It's very, very important to always oil your mouth harps after you play them. Give them a good wipe, make sure that there's no condensation, no humidity, and then you can take either coconut oil, which is pretty ubiquitous in many households, especially in India. But even in the West, there's a lot of coconut oil going around. Coconut oil is a great one. You just take a little bit on your finger. If it's a warm climate, you put a little drop, or if it's a cold climate, you just sort of wipe it out of the container like this. Yeah. And wrapping it up once it's nicely oiled. 1, 2, 3, around, under, cross, and cross, cross. There we go. I think that's all right. 3 wraps would give me approximately 3 crosses depending on the length of each individual string. So, I'll wipe again. Whenever I do a live like this, I always think I should just get on a little bit more frequently. But then it's a big deal. Gotta prepare everything, get the cameras hooked up on the tripod, and one phone for YouTube recording, and one phone for Instagram. Sometimes I've actually done 3 phones, one streaming live to Facebook at the same time. That just gets a little bit much. But maybe I just get into my workshop. Oh, forgot to crisscross. Get into my workshop and just do some oiling. Although if I got you online here, then I kind of feel like I need to talk to you. What if I were to be absolutely quiet for an entire wrapping? Just watch what I do here. Let's see. All right, next one. I'm going to focus on wrapping it really close to you so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And I'll do it without talking. Ready? getting down to the end here. Hope everyone's been having a good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. Jaxu, hello! You caught the very tail end here. I'm just played them all, and I'm giving them a little bit of oiling. What I could do is actually play them one more time as I put them back into their cases. Now, that would be a phenomenal use of my time here. I just oiled it, but let's see. This is a C3. So these that I got today are, I love it when somebody gets on and actually talks to me, because then I'm not just sitting here rambling, mindlessly on my own, because who am I talking to? But yes, I know you've been interested in these very much. These start in the key of D, which has been already booked and sold. So this one I'm going to be sending it off. I'll just play this one because that's the deepest one here. This is truly a beautiful specimen. Marco, you're very fortunate, because this is I think the softest, deepest, warmest one right here. Cafe Joy, how are you? Yes, I'm very good. How are you? Where are you located? I think I might have actually communicated in messages already with you. I know most people buy their Insta handles, but I'm not quite sure. If we've been in touch already, just let me know here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grease up this one and keep it ready to pack tomorrow to get it to the post office. It's been a few weeks that Marco has been waiting for this particular piece to get shipped out until I could do this unboxing today. I'm also going to be dropping a video of this Trompas, so stay tuned and catch the World Harps profile very soon, because I'm going to be putting out a nice video of these. And this, by the way, is our mouth harp of the week. So if you're interested in purchasing one, shoot me a message and I will tell you all about it and help you to purchase one of these. Like I said earlier, these are very quality, premium, rare mouth harps, and I'm very excited to have these in stock right now. So let's see, we did the C. I already oiled it, but where is the case for it? I'm missing one case. Beautiful. Oh, here it is, upside down. So that's the C. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing. I already played the C. And I'm wrapping them up one at a time here, because I've already played them all like 4 times. And that's done. All right, so now jumping back to the lowest one that I have here out, which is an E. Also very warm in sound. If you're still online, Jack, so you can hear this. And also, I'm gonna post this so you can come back and listen to this. And I just played every single one after the other. So you can come back near to the end of the video and listen to all of them one after the other. That's the E2, a Trompa by Master Che. Good wipe, good oil, a little wipe of petroleum jelly, and then they'll be safer from the humidity of the monsoon, which is on right now. I have a massive 20 liter per 24 hours dehumidifier running in this room. I turned it off for the feed so that you don't get the rushing sound of the machine. But I've been keeping my studio well dry at around 45 to 55% humidity, whereas outside in the rest of the house, it's 75, 80, 90, 99% humidity it was for a week straight a couple of weeks ago. and that's very average here in Goa, India, in the monsoon. So even in the season, when it's not monsoon, it's very difficult to keep these from rusting, and I'm constantly need to be sure that they're well maintained, well oiled, nice and clean. Sometimes I have to clean them, sometimes they start tarnishing a bit, sometimes they start rusting a bit, and make sure that they're always looking nice. So this right here is the older stock left over with this stainless steel one here that I've got in the key of G, and there's the swing case in the key of A. These are both from my first visit to Spain in 2015. Very sharp and melodic, this one. But as I continue packing these up, I'm gonna get a little grease on that one and keep it away from the rest. So, Lee Anderson, hello. Good to see you on here. Nice playing, by the way. I saw your video on that Pijov, and I have a few Pijovs myself, and I just love playing with Pijov. He's truly one of the best masters in the world, and I play with my band Third Pulse, Pijov on stage. I have a C, a D, and a G, so I think it's a G1, I guess, and C and C2 and D2. But I've been in touch with him, and he said that I can go ahead and order some more. It takes time. There's always a long waiting list, but it's been a very long time since I've gotten any Pijovs in stock, and I'm very fortunate to have one. So even though I have a few, I'm a little envious of you myself. You have C2. Well, yes. He's just a master. I visited Pijov in 2013. I went to see him, and he was, by the way, a carpenter before he ever started making a mouth. I mean, this is total segue here, but I just got you online. So he was the carpenter that made the veneer, like the veneer work, the veneer of plywood that covers the surfaces of luxury yachts. That was Pijov's specialty. And he saw a mouth harp on a bookshelf one day at his friend's house, and I was like, "What's that?" And then the friend showed him, and he's like, well, I could make one of those probably. So he tried it, and then he gave it to his friend, I think, and then he made another one. He kept giving them away, and then pretty soon people started wanting to buy them from him, and eventually he quit his job as a carpenter and started making mouth harps full time, and had to rent out a workspace because he was making them. And then that was when I met him in 2013. He had his own dedicated workshop and using power tools, but all made by hand, just the level of precision that this master uses. And then I heard that he was having too many orders, so he couldn't keep up. So he thought, oh well, I'll just raise my prices. So he pretty much doubled his prices, thinking that people would leave him alone, and that didn't work. It kept, the demand kept growing. So there's a very, very long waiting list, as far as I understand, to be able to get a beautiful Pijov. And here we go. Oh, I was talking and I just went ahead and oiled up the G. So let me play the G here. This is a new G that's recently arrived, and there's a few extras here that I'm just almost finished wrapping up. Ankur, how are you? And hello, Jay. Nice to see you both here. Adarsh. I'm scrolling through the comments here for a second. Nice. All right, I'm just going to play this G2 here. These are Trompas, the Trompa Galega, the Galician Trompas or mouth harps from a region of northern Spain, northwestern Spain, north of Portugal. A very, very culturally rich region that's deeply rooted in music, has Celtic roots as well. And I was very, very short time in Galicia when I first went there in 2013, and I had one day by myself to just take our rental car with my mom and leave her at the hotel, and went to meet Jay, see his workshop. But it was a really experience. Beautiful fields. I got out there, and just the farm, the agriculture that I drove through to get to his village and go visit him in his farm. It's fantastic. So this is a new stock that I just received. just unboxed and have been waiting to show these to you for 1 year since my friend Simon brought them to me from France. Since they were ready for me and delivered to my friend and then brought to me. So anyway, enough with the blah blah. I already told that story a couple times, and this is a G2. Take a look close again. Right there. Now you see it. And the back side. Can you see the stamp of the signature right there of Master Che, and the stamp of the key, which is G, and the joint here is a hole in the back like the Norwegian Munharpas or the Sicilian Maranzanos, only the Maranzano is just pressed into place, and the Norwegian Munharpas and the Galician Trompas are crimped. Not crimped. There's a wedge inserted here, and that wedge holds it in place. And if ever this tongue should break, then it can just simply easily be replaced again. The rhombotherium says, just like the mopels, the Estonian parmupils by Master Mopel are actually not done in the same way through a hole. If you'll observe those carefully, they are actually on one side. They are on the back side. So when it's sitting on the table with the trigger standing up, on the back side, do I have one right here? Let's see, where's my? Let's see. Yeah. Just because you asked or mentioned, these are my diatonic set of parmupils. Yes. So on the back here, there is actually a little notch, and the tongue is laid there, and then they are crimped. So the sides of the frame are pressed over here, and nicely, pressed flat, hammered flush. So the trompas have a hole in the back. Kind of hard to see here, but I think you can get it, and that wedge right there. So that's something that makes them very unique, and I really love this like sharp contours on the edge here. That just stands out. These are very rare, and very fortunate I am to have a stock of these after a very long time. 10 years ago is when I went to there, and here we go. Combination of the Mopel and the Munharpe. Tell me, the Mopel in which way in the combination? So if you like in terms of the shine or the smoothness, drop me a comment here. Let me see what you're referring to while I go ahead and finish oiling this one up and pack it away. So hello. Well, the beginning of my lives are always very sort of energetic, very like, I gotta do this right, I gotta do my unboxing and make sure I cut the tape properly because I only get one shot, and all of that nonsense that goes into creating online content. But then towards the end, I just kind of sitting here doing my thing, and I really enjoy spending some time with you all. Oh, the stamp, yes, you're right, absolutely correct. So I got you wrong on what you were referring to. I thought you were talking about the way it was joined. The stamp, says the rhombotherium, yes, the key and the maker's mark are both stamped into the frame of the harp. So in that similarity, yes. But indeed, I think the closest that I've seen would be the Norwegian Munharpa in the construction. But the Munharpas have a offset on the top, like kind of like this one here, which has a raised first, but this is screwed, and this I've played it already, but it was a gift included in the package by Master Che. But in this way, there's sort of a raised portion of the moonharpas, and that creates the void, or the space for that hole and the tongue to sit inside. So just a few more to pack up here, and it's going on midnight pretty soon in India, so I'm going to be signing off in a little while once I get all of these, packed up. But I figured rather than go offline and sit here all by myself in my studio to clean these up and oil these up and get them packed up, I might as well actually just spend a little bit more time online. After all, it is just live. So Sasha asked me, does Master Che sell these harps in Spain? Like I said, I met him very briefly, so I am not sure what or how or where he sells his harps in Spain, but it's maybe in local markets and such like, I think he does. But it is rather difficult to get them out of the country because of all the export and the tax that's added on top of it. If you're exporting a handicraft out of Spain, it's a very expensive procedure to end up doing that, especially when you're getting wholesale and you're getting in bulk quantities. So I much prefer to go directly and have an opportunity to meet the maker if I'm going to get a bunch of mouth harps, because I might as well put all those extra expenses of shipping or import duties directly into a ticket or travel expenses to go there and actually have that experience. And then I get to share that experience with all of you, which makes it all the more exciting. As many of you have seen, I was at the beginning of this year on a trip, end of last year and beginning of this year, from Taiwan to Thailand to Estonia. What am I thinking? The Rumbathurian, you got me with your Master Mopel. Taiwan to Thailand to Cambodia to Vietnam. I was traveling for 3 months, and I brought back, how many was it? Some 1,200, 1,300 mouth harps or something I brought back in my bags. It's phenomenal. Now, there's so many of you that are actually waiting for harps from this. I haven't gotten into really promoting or selling any of the harps that I brought back with me yet. Got a lot of things on my plate since I came home. There's the Anguit deck that so many people are asking for. They're all still with me. They're all the suitcase is just sitting there ready to be opened and revealed. And so little bit by little bit, I'm getting back into the online presence, but there's so much back end work to do in this work. And I'm here in my studio working alone. I don't have a team currently. So little bit by little bit. Durham here, I'm nice to see you and online here. Have a good night. And Sasha, well, thank you very much. I appreciate your appreciations. I think I have one left to pack here before the one that was given to me, and so I'll just play this little one here. It's that C3 that has a little bit of a shorter sustain, and it's really good for percussive playing. Jaxu, see you. We'll be in touch. I'm very keen to know what's going on with this China idea. Good night, Adarsh, Cafe Joy. Same to you. All the best. Let me wipe this as everyone's seems to be about ready to wind down for the night, and me too. But it's been a blessing to be here. Thank you for joining this evening. Reminding everyone who doesn't know who I am, I think everybody here pretty much knows already, but my name's Neptune, and this is the World Harps Collection, mouth harps from around the world. And these Trompas that I've just unboxed from the region of Galicia in northern Spain. New additions to the World Harps Collection, back in stock, and you just send me a message if you'd like to order one. So, last one, the one that was gifted to me. One last little reveal here. Last Trompa of the night, played once again. Trompas from northern Spain, Galicia. Hello, Julia. Hello, Burakaraslan. Hello there. Welcome. You've just caught the very, very tail end of my live stream tonight, opening this new stock. But I will be posting this very shortly to the World Harps profile. So if you'd like to check out what you missed, please go have a look, and you can skip forward to by now it's not even the end anymore, it's the middle end of the video. I played all of them together in one shot, so you can kind of listen to all of them and hear all the different sounds. But there we go. So, signing off for the night. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next unboxing, or I'll see you on the next oiling session. How about that? I'll pull out some harps and just sort of get that maintenance going, and I'll share that with you. If you would like to see that, after I post the video, because all these comments that you've left tonight are going to disappear, if you'd like to see me just work online without necessarily presenting something new to show you what I do, let me know. Message me, comment on my posts, and let me know that's what you'd like, and I'll be glad to try that out as well. So, there we go. Got these Galician Trompas ready to roll. Love you, everyone. Be well.